Football Facts Presents. Top starting 11 coming from Liverpool's youth system. Goalkeeper Ray Clemence. One of the most important players for the domination of Liverpool during the 1970s was Ray Clemence. His career actually started with Scunthorpe when he was 16, but when he was transferred in Liverpool in 1967 he spent some years on the academy and the reserve team. He became the first choice in 1970 at the age of 22. He stayed in Merseyside until 1981, winning the top division 5 times, the European Cup 3 times, the UEFA Cup twice, and FA Cup and League Cup once. He later joined Tottenham and finished his career with the London club in 1988. With the Spurs he won another UEFA Cup and one more FA Cup. With the national team of England he played 61 games, but he participated only in the European Championship of 1980 and the World Cup of 1982 since the English team failed to qualify in the majority of the competitions of that period. Centre-back Jamie Carragher. One of the best defenders of his generation, Jamie Carragher started his career with Liverpool in 1996 and remained at Anfield until the end of his career in 2013. Though he never won the Premier League, he managed to win the Champions League and the UEFA Cup as well as the FA Cup twice and the League Cup 3 times. He is also second on the list with the most appearances for the team, wearing the red shirt 737 times. For 10 years he was vice-captain of the team and wore the captain's armband whenever Steven Gerrard was not playing. With England he played 38 games and participated in 2 World Cups and 1 European Championship. Centre-back Phil Thompson. Thompson made his debut for Liverpool in 1972 at the age of 18. He stayed at the club until 1984, winning the top division 7 times, the European Cup 3 times, the UEFA Cup twice, the FA Cup once and the League Cup twice. He also captained the Reds for 3 seasons between 1978 and 1981. His last 2 seasons were spent with Sheffield United in the 2nd division. He was capped 42 times for England and played in 1 European Championship and 1 World Cup. When he finished his career he was assistant manager for Liverpool under Kenny Dalglish and Gerard Houllier. Right back Trent Alexander-Arnold. Though he is still at the age of 20, he has much talent and did enough to get a place in our list. He made his debut in October of 2016 and last season he managed to establish on the first team. He was one of the main players for the successful Champions League campaign which ended on a runners-up medal. This season he is the undisputed first choice for the right-back position and he is again one of the best players. With England he played 4 times and participated on the 2018 World Cup where the 3 Lions finished 4th. Left back Tommy Smith. Though he is not really a left back, Smith played games throughout his career at that position. The majority of his career was spent as centre-back where he excelled. He made his debut in 1963 at the age of 18 and stayed at the club until 1978. During that period he won the top division 4 times, the European Cup twice, the UEFA Cup twice and the FA Cup twice. He also served as captain for 3 years. In 1976 he spent a season on loan to Tampa Bay Rowdies in USA and when he left Liverpool he played again in the United States for Los Angeles Aztecs. His last team was Swansea where he hung up his boots in 1979. Midfielder Ian Callaghan. Callaghan is the all-time top performer for Liverpool with a total of 857 appearances. He made his debut in 1960 at the age of 17 and in 1962 helped the Reds to return in Division 1. By next season he was a team regular and stayed at the club until 1978. He won the top division 5 times, the European Cup twice, the UEFA Cup twice and the FA Cup twice. He then joined Swansea where he stayed until 1981, where he had a short-term loan spell with Canberra City in Australia in 1979. He later had another 2 short spells with Cork City and Crewe Alexandra before retiring in 1982. With England he played 4 games and was part of the team that won the 1966 World Cup. Midfielder Steven Gerrard. One of the most iconic footballers in the history of Liverpool is Steven Gerrard. He made his debut in 1998 at the age of 18 and went on to make 710 appearances, scoring a total of 186 goals for the club. He never won the Premier League, but he was able to win both the UEFA Cup and the Champions League, the latter as captain. He also won the FA Cup twice and the League Cup 3 times. He is the longest-serving captain of Liverpool, having the armband between 2003 and 2015 when he left the club. His last 1.5 season was spent with Los Angeles Galaxy, before retiring in November of 2016 at the age of 36. With England he was capped 114 times and scored 21 goals. He participated in 3 European Championships and 4 World Cups. In January of 2017 he joined the Academy of Liverpool as youth coach, and by May of 2018 he is the manager of Rangers. Right midfielder Steve McManaman. He made his debut for Liverpool in 1990 and during the following years he became one of the most valuable players of the team. He was able to play on the wings and as an attacking midfielder. At a very hard period for Liverpool he was only able to win 1 FA Cup and 1 League Cup. In 1999 he moved to Real Madrid on a free transfer and stayed at Los Blancos until 2003. He won La Liga twice and Champions League twice, before returning in England for Manchester City in the summer of 2003. Injuries prevented him from making a big impact for the team, and after 2 seasons he retired at the age of 33. With England he played 37 games and participated in 2 European Championships and 1 World Cup. Left midfielder Billy Liddell. Born in Scotland, Liddell signed for Liverpool in 1938 at the age of 16. He entered the youth academy of the team, but his senior debut was delayed due to the Second World War, though he was regular in the majority of the unofficial games during that period. He finally made his official debut in 1946 and went on to become one of the most valuable players of the team. He spent his whole career with the club and won 1 league title, on a period where Liverpool spent many seasons in the second division. He is the 4th all-time top scorer for the club and he is also the oldest goal scorer. With Scotland he played 29 games but never appeared in a World Cup. Forward Michael Owen. From a very young age, Owen attracted the interest of many big clubs. He joined Liverpool however at the age of 12 and made his debut in 1997 at the age of 17. He gradually became one of the best players of the team and one of the most prolific scorers of Premier League. He won the Golden Boot twice and in 2001 he won the Ballon d'Or. As far as titles, he won the UEFA Cup once, the FA Cup once and the League Cup twice. In 2004 he joined Real Madrid but left just after 1 season. His time in Madrid is remembered with mixed emotions. Though he had some good moments, in overall he did not fulfill requirements on a problematic season for the club in general. At the end of the season he joined Newcastle. His first 2 seasons were marked with injuries and played very little. His next 2 were better but clearly was not the player he used to be. At the end of his contract in 2009 he surprisingly joined Manchester United, where he stayed for 3 seasons with little impact. He won the Premier League in 2011, the first of his career, as well as the League Cup in 2010. He joined Stoke City in 2012 where he finished his career after 1 season. With England he played 89 games and scored 40 goals, participating in 3 World Cups and 2 European Championships. Forward Robbie Fowler. He started his career with Liverpool in 1993 at the age of 18 and soon became an important first-team member. His first years were very prolific for Fowler as he was hitting double figures until 1997. Injuries and the good performances of Owen prevented Fowler from being the #1 striker for Liverpool in the next seasons, and the transfer of Emile Heskey in 2000 made him third choice. In January of 2001 he joined Leeds United, where he scored 12 goals for the rest of the season. After a spell with Manchester City he rejoined Liverpool in January of 2006, but his second spell was not as successful. In all he won the UEFA Cup once, the FA Cup once and the League Cup twice with the Reds. He is also the 6th all-time top scorer for the club. His later career saw him playing for several clubs, including spells in Australia and Thailand. With England he played 26 games and scored 7 goals. He participated in 2 European Championships and 1 World Cup. Who else do you think could make this list of Liverpool's youth academy, and what changes would you make? Tell us your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe in our channel and like our video if you enjoy our work. Thanks for watching.